Now they say when things go wrong, they come in threes. Well, at least two things have happened that need my attention in the house. So I'm going to start off by making a cup of tea. Not to drink and consume now, but hopefully in 5 minutes. Because my sink appears to be blocked. Now I've put a product down there in order to shift whatever's there, and it hasn't worked, and it's 24 hours later and it's still going down quite slowly. So I think I'm going to have to go underneath and get messy. Now one of the tasks has always been to come under here and give it a bit of a clean out. Try and get rid of things like co-op bags. How many bags for life do you need? There's at least 2 there. Maybe one for a past life. So, how am I going to do this now? Because if you look at this, whoever built this didn't do that much of a good job. Because it's all very compact. Look at that. There's hardly any space there. So what I want to do is, I want to undo that. But the plan I had was to put a bowl underneath. But how are you supposed to do that? Does this come out? Certainly going to get wet. This was a little fridge that I had given to me in London. But I think I might pass this on to somebody else now, because I used it when I first moved in, because I didn't have a fridge. Now, if I undo that, then it's going to, any water there is going to go all over the place. So how do I put that under there? Maybe like that. Right, I'm putting it off, but it needs to be done, because I think what has happened is a bit of food has got stuck in the top here. Alright, maybe I should have opened the back door as well. Get some air blowing through. Oh yes, oh look at that. Oh! It's difficult to talk and breathe. Oh! Don't think this has been emptied in years. Alright, well, seeing as I'm here, I need to get a new toothbrush, which I've got in there, so I may as well give it a good clean. Oh, it smells like a fish tank. Yes, I used one of those devices that says to break down the gunk and get rid of it, but it didn't do anything. Unless maybe it was so bad. Right, I don't think I'm going to get it better than that. Oh yes, reminds me of when I had tropical fish. No, I'm not going to get it looking brand new. That is certainly better than it was. Now, I think as somebody sent me, I'll have to have a look through the box. Oh, I'm thinking about doing a post reveal later on in the day. But I think somebody sent me one of these guard things that you put at the bottom of the sink, but I never got around to put it in the sink. So I'll have a look through my box now. And if it's there, then I'll start to use it. Right. I'll leave that there so I remember to throw that out. One of the reasons why I wanted to clean underneath the sink was because I didn't know what I had. I've just found some SLAM plug hole unblocker. At least I know I've got that. Right, this is the yucky bit. I need to take this piece off because that, I think, is where the problem lies. Ugh, that is bits of scrambled egg, so it's my own fault. I'm going down to the shops later. We'll get a new bowl. I don't like the thought of using this bowl now that I've using this for cleaning, now that I've used it for this. Right, how do I get this off? If I remember, the one in London, you needed a screwdriver. Ooh, the smell is getting potent, folks. I'll bottle it up and you can buy it from a shop. This is why I made a cup of tea at the start, so that when I finish, I can refresh my body. Yeah. Is this the stuff you were expecting to watch to get your day started? Right, let's have a bit of water. I forgot about that bit there. It's this bit that's full. Let's see if you just look down the pipe. It appears to be blocked. Maybe I should title this "The Dirtiest Video I've Ever Made." Right, I can see light now. Now I seem to remember I used a knife before. There you go. So it's a sort of screw. So if I hold that, then I'll be able to twist it from underneath. And then a few twists and it should just fall out. He's holding his breath, folks. Oh yes, that's it. That's the boy. Oh, I'm not even going to show you that. So now, this is the difficult part. I was always quite good as a child, taking things apart, putting them back together. That's where my fall down was. So that's what it looks like from above, straight down into the water there. So I'll give that a bit of a brush as well. I've just washed that in the sink next door. So now it should be a simple case of putting it back together, he said. Just before I do put things back, let's just give that a bit of a clean as well. What I may do is that blocker stuff, I may still put that down. Right, is that everything? Now, this is the part now that's got water in. So how do I get that out? Or do I just make a mess for a bit? Okay, let's just make a mess for a bit. And then hope for the best. So, now, I've done this before, where I've taken the bowl out and put it straight in the sink. And I've tipped it up and water's gone all over the place. So I must remember not to do that this time. Right, here we go. So that goes... Oh, it's not. Right. That must go up there first. Tighten it up. When I was in London, I used to live with a plumber. And he used to refuse to do anything around the house. Because he was like, it's my job, if you want me to do it, you pay me. So the landlord never did, because he was too expensive. He worked for one of the expensive companies. But for a while, the neighbours always thought we had a problem with our plumbing, because there was a van outside. The trick is to put everything back to a tight seal. Where does that bit go now? Oh, that goes there, doesn't it? That's the overflow. I remember in London, in my bedroom, I used to have a sink. And I remember the landlord saying, make sure the water doesn't go to the overflow. And I said, oh, why? And he said, because it's not connected to anything. That just summed up that house. Half-arsed. Just give me your money and I'm not bothered about how you live. Right. Does that... No, that doesn't go up any higher than that. Which way does this turn? Shout a bit louder, I can't hear you. I'm sure it goes in that direction. Right, let me put this bit on because it's leaking a bit. If in doubt, give up on that one and move on to something else. Right. Now, how do I get that? Okay, it doesn't go any further than that. Instinct says it's anti-clockwise. Ah, there we are. I had missed my thread. See now, a plumber in London would have probably charged £2,500 for that. We had an issue with the electric in the house in London. We all thought it was squirrels in the roof, but the landlord said they're not a problem, but they were. And this guy turned up and he walked in and he went, ooh, £3,000. And we were like, can we tell you what the issue is first before you start making up numbers? Right, let's test this then. Seems okay. That is from the last time, I think. I haven't actually got a plug for this. What I'll do is I'll just bung that up a bit because I like to get a good bit of force as part of my test. Right, that seems fine. One of the other tasks I need to do is to fix the washer, because that is still dripping, but that is not going to be done today because I don't have the spare washer. But I'm impressed by that. Now, gotta clean up this mess now. Now, you know I said I'm quite good at taking things apart, but it's the putting them back is the bit of an issue. Where did this come from? This was in the bowl that I've just thrown down the toilet. I think it's time for a cup of tea. What I'm going to do with this is, I'll just put it there and I'll just see what happens. But a little side thought, why aren't these transparent? So at least you can see what was going on. Right, what do I have here? Vinegar, a load of vinegar. My washing up liquid is down a bit. Okay, let's put the vinegar at the back. Bags, I use bags on a regular basis. Loads of washing up powder here, because I switched halfway through the year, didn't I, to that more organic one, which is at the bottom there. Bird food, as much as I've tried to attract the birds in the garden, having cats is not a good. Glass and stainless steel cleaner, as used by the Queen. Not anymore. Stain remover, that's a new one I've bought. And what are these? Oh, these for when cat sprays, when they first came here. Right, let's get this out. There you go, brighten up the tape. And everything else can just go in. There we go. What's that? Oh yeah. That's new, I can go in there. Right, the fridge I'm going to give away. There you go. A job well done. Until we discover there's water all over the place. And that's what that black circle was for. Right. That means I'm going to have to do the dishes now. Okay, let's put that one down on everything else I use on the floor there. Wash the old toots. Oh, it's hard work, this DIY. Dee 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 dee. So while I was going to bed last night, the blind fell down. So I'm just going to do a temporary fix, because I will get some of the Roman blinds to go in here. Which design, I don't know yet. Right, it could be because that screw is too small. Yeah, it's too small. Right, let me see if I can find another screw. Where can I get one from? Because when you order these Roman blinds, they are made to measure. So they take about a fortnight. So it's worth putting this back up in the meantime. If I can do it, that is the question. Right. How on earth are you supposed to get this little screwdriver into a weird shaped hole? It's quite warm tonight. The cats are outside. Right, let's try this. Okay, just realised the side comes off. That might make it a bit easier to screw it in. Either that or I'll have to do a bodge job. Right, I think it's going to have to be a bit of a bodge, because if I need to get up in the middle of the night, I don't particularly want to show my bits off to the neighbours. Looking at it now, it was probably always on the verge of going. Right, how'd you get it back up now is the problem, isn't it? Oh, these awkward spaces. Right, there we go, and then that little bit slides in like that. Right, I'm going to close the window, because if I don't, as much as it will make the place cooler, the gnats will get in here. Oh right, okay, I've just remembered the stick to twist it open and closed. That fell down the stairs. Now, I was planning on doing opening the post, because you've been sending me little gifts. But it is now 10:30, so I'm going to have an early night. So I'll promise we'll do the post opening on the next video. So from me and the cats, until the next time, bye for now.